Hey, I'm in Pantazi. Here I am in Marblehead. We're at Fort Sewell. This is an old underground, I guess, fort installment right at the head of Marblehead Harbor. And this is where General Glover worked and operated, as well as George Washington started the U.S. Navy. So we're going to take a look at this, and I'm going to be discussing something. And not as we look at this, because I'm going to go and get you inside there, take a look at what the encampment looked like, and also splice it together with some other visions of the site itself. So stay tuned as I ramble on. So here we are. This is the basin. Okay, this is dug down into the end cap of the Marblehead Harbor, and here we have access to the underground. We'll take a look at it. What I want to talk to you is the closed door training and the inner circle that I've been talking about lately. You can see the cabin right in here. Hasn't been used in quite a while. It's barred off, of course. They renovated the outside. But anyway, the inner core, okay, is our platinum subscription, which I'll link below for you and also put in a card. And what that does is it gives you information that we don't make public. And there's many reasons why we don't make it public. Okay, let me see if I can pass this around here. Yep. Okay, so you can see a little bit more. I'll go back and do the other ones. And I have conversations, I've got videos, I've got many different things. Oh, pardon, here we go. Going around the bars here, okay? You can see in. And having an upcoming conversation on the Sichin. And the Sichin of the Bobishi is talking about the real targets, the deadly targets of the Bobishi, and the ramifications, what they were actually targeting, what the structures are, how to better affect them, what the effects are or could be, many different things. You can see a couple people lost some balls in here. Anyway, it's kind of cool. And I'm going to have a conversation with the doc on yet another Sichin. If you haven't seen the first one, join the Platinum subscription. Unbelievable. You could take all of the Nahanchi Kata and you could gear it toward attacking just the Sichin. And that's incredible. The particular rat Sichin that we did, you've seen it probably here. You can see there's a staircase in the back. Sorry to interrupt, folks. There's a staircase in the back. We're going to go up and see where the exit is to that in a few seconds. But this time we're going to be talking about the snake. I want to put the H from Sichin. The snake Sichin target. And that target is incredibly powerful. We played with it a while back, the Shihans and I, and I was a recipient as much as a giver. And that lasted for well over a month, the effects and the devastation, and that was just with a light tap. And that light tap was just unbelievable. And we're going to show you what it is and how it works, what it does to the body, and how it can be a fatal target. So the doc is going to really clue us in on some of the medical aspects of it. And again, that's private information. And the Bobishi is just, again, another source. There's many sources that we use, but the Bobishi is got a ton of stuff in it that is undiscovered. For example, I did a video earlier on how the Sichin was considered just time. And yes, it is a time period, a 2-hour time period. Sorry for the wind, folks, but there's nothing I can do about it out here. So you can see the top of the embankment here, overlooking of the harbor into the Atlantic. we're going to come down here. You can see how it's further based, and there were cannons here a few years ago, but they've removed those. So anyway, the snake shichin, absolutely devastating. When I got hit with it, I went down, lost consciousness, came back, and again couldn't function properly. This is where that staircase led to, folks. So you could pop right up here or dive underground if cannon fire was coming in. Remember, cannon fire really didn't do a heck of a lot back then compared to what it does now. But these old targets, completely different. The old targets are the unbelievable ammunition. And that's it. So I'll be right back with you. Hold on one second. So here we are. We're talking about the ammunition. Now, the ammunition of today in military terms is far more devastating than what they were back in the 1700s when this encampment was made. They were far more powerful. Now, today, the targets of karate are less powerful than what they were back when the Bubishi was written and Kyusho, Demak were all discovered, invented, whatever you want to call it. The old targets were the incredible targets, the more devastating targets. And that's what the Bubishi is. It's just a light into that source. And I'm going to tuck myself away in here, hopefully away from the wind a little bit. That is the door that those stairs led up to, if I haven't said that on a prior clip. But anyway, very powerful targets of the Bubishi, and the older targets. The old karate was meant to devastate, to kill. Okay, and today, okay, our targets, the generalized targets of karate, the sport karate in particular, but what happened is it weaned down into almost all martial arts is people just generally strike the outer structure of the human body, the head, the body, and it's not designed by nature. You look at the formation of the human skull and the rib cage, the hip structures, they were all designed to protect the inner mechanisms of the body, and that's the real vulnerable stuff, is the inner stuff. And I've talked about before, we have structural, which is what I'm talking about now, the outer core of the body that protects. And then we have the hydraulics of the body, which is the vascular system, the digestive system, the lymphatic system, and then you have the electrical systems of the nervous system, and the reflexive systems. Those are powerful, okay, and that's what we're targeting, and that's what these shichin were. So I will be giving you a very brief clip of the discussion with Dr. Jacob McClintock. Later next week, we have the discussion coming up on the 14th of May. Today is only the 6th, so it's going to take a while to get the conversation done. Then I start heavy travel, so it's going to take a while to get it up on the Platinum subscription. But if you view one video this month, it's going to be that one, okay? The last target that we did of the rat shichin was unbelievable. Like I said, you take any kata, okay? I said nahachi, which is where I put it the most, because I mean everything in nahachi just goes there. All right, and if you look at my video on nahachi from 1998 or something like that, where I exposed 3 targets just in close proximity and used the whole kata to get to those targets, then you can easily see how this rat shichin could be put into the nahachi. But it could go into anything. It could go into basai, hengetsu, it doesn't matter, Wing Chun, Tai Chi, it's all there. All you need to know is the target. You need to know the proper tools to access the targets correctly, because again, the body structure prevents us from attacking the inner core. You have the ribs, the cheekbones, the hips, and they all protect the vital organs, the vital vascular tissues, the vital nervous apparatus. So again, very valuable video coming up. Please stay tuned, keep watching for it. We'll label it the the snake seaching, okay, and you'll see it later on YouTube. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Keep watching. Good stuff keeps coming.